Okay, so pat
don't
it dry.
Don't use a loofah.
Don't you guys don't use a loofah. Okay, what happens when you get a tattoo? And I'm just gonna be telling you about these tattoo things. So when you get your next tattoo, think about this. When you get your tattoo, what happens is it's an open wound. It's like a cut. Just a deep cut. You don't want to use Neosporin. You don't want to use any ointment that heals it fast, because what it's going to do is pull out the ink. It's going to form a scab. You don't want it to form a scab, because when scabs form and falls off, it kind of takes off some of the ink. So the thing that forms scabs is the plasma. When you have a cut, right?
Science.
Now this is just things I learned.
A lot of people think, when you wrap it up, they're gonna think, I'm bleeding a lot, and this and that. And it's not really blood; it's plasma.
That's the gooey, it's all slimy and stuff if it's on too long. But the next day, the first, second, third day is the most important time to heal the tattoo. And during for me, most of my clients, it's like first day and second day. The third day, it's already kind of healing. It's kind of peeling already. But everyone's different. All artists are different. The first couple days, though, you're gonna have plasma. You're gonna have like it's gonna be when you put ointment on. If you guys notice, after you put the ointment on, it gets flaky. It dries up, and it's all rough and flaky. Some of that's the plasma because it's healing, and when you keep adding, so after that you'll go ahead and put more. You'll put more, and then it forms the scab. That's not good. So what happens is when you put the ointment on, and 2-3 hours later, 4 hours later, you go to wash it, you can lightly wash that plasma off. It's like slimy, and it's shiny. If you look at your tattoo, it's kind of shiny. If you real lightly wash that off, it can't ever form a scab if you keep doing that. It won't. There's nothing to dry. There's nothing to form the scab. Now I have to be careful when I say this, because some artists go deep, some artists go over the skin a lot, and it needs a scab. Okay, I've tattooed long enough that I don't do that a lot. Some tattoos, of course, will have scabs and stuff, but generally, guys, this is what happens with the human body and everything. So if you take that off, it won't form a scab. And after about 3-4 days, it's going to get dried up and it's going to flake. So after you shower, you're going to see like black in the water. That's the top layer of your skin. It always falls off. It's not like ink. It's just your skin. And it's going to come off. And that's when you have new skin. And during this time, and then you just use lotion. But during this time, keep it out of the sun.
Can there be vitamins in the lotion?
I always say non-scented lotion and no additives. I say additives because I have had a few clients hit me up saying, I'm using this, and it's like Lubriderm with something. And it's Lubriderm, but it's like something. I don't know.
Just
vitamin A.
Just use lube.
No, James. So I always say no additives. Just moisturizer. So Lubriderm and Curel is good. Has been the most common that just works across the board. But some people have reactions to certain chemicals or additives. So if you just use like plain Lubriderm, it's a good moisturizer, and you just keep putting on. Now, don't put too much ointment and don't put too much lotion. Your skin's not used to like caking on the lotion and the ointment, so it won't be able to breathe, and you'll form what?
It puts the lotion on the skin. Sorry, these guys are laughing.
Guys are giggling back
I know.
All right, so basically, if you put too much lotion and everything, you're gonna form pimples, and I'm sure some of you.
Yeah, that's happening. I put not lotion, but like when you did my leg, I would put on my leg.
Okay. Yeah.
I would put too much no, not the Aquaphor, and then I would wrap it. I was doing it all wrong. I was like doing it all wrong. It still looks great though.
It's good. You can say what not to do. That's
yep.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay, so sunblock. I don't think sunblock works well for tattoos. I don't know though. I'm not sure, but I don't think it works well because of the fact that they came out with sunblock for tattoos.
Oh.
So I go, oh,
Did they?
well, I guess regular sunblock doesn't work. But all I know is that I've had people come back 2 years later with tattoos I've done that look so fresh. It looks dark, the shading's nice, everything's good. And they just say they're never in the sun. They take care of it, but really they're just never in the sun. They work, covered up, and they're in offices, whatever. And it looks good. And then I've had people come back 3 weeks later that it's already green and, blue. and it's bad. And that's because of the sun. So people like to show it off, 2-3 days out. They're like showing it off. They're at the gym. They're walking to their car. All that just kills it. John, what do you think?
I remember when I got my first tattoo, I did that. I ripped like all the sleeves off to my shirts and.
You what?
I ripped the sleeves off to my shirts.
Oh, you're showing it off.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
That was before.
I want to see it. Is it all faded or what?
I don't know. This was my first one ever.
Damn, look at those guns. 26-inch
I didn't
pythons.
say to flex.
Which way to the beach? He's like...
Definitely no sunlight, man. And it's what sucks is I tell my clients, I verbally tell them what not to do. Then I give them a care sheet. And a couple times I've seen my clients post on their Instagram stories. They're out in the sun with their tattoo exposed.
Yeah, yeah.
I just told you yesterday not to do this, and you're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
She was like,
it sucks.
It was only for 8. It was only for 8 hours. It's fine.
Yeah. It's already healing.
Yeah.
How do you know? It's your first tattoo.
Don't do it, guys. It's not worth it. I mean, that's the life of your tattoo for the first 2 weeks. Keep it out of the sun.
Yeah.
Kalani said, what did they use throughout Polynesia? Coconut oil, nothing. Good question. But that's not something that people talk about. It's more about the process of tattooing. I did hear that in Samoa, after getting the pea,
you jump in the ocean.
They'd go in the ocean.
No way.
They just would sit in the ocean to kill everything, and that's part of their healing. But that was just a whole nother process. You're talking full body, all that ink, all that pain. Oh man, that's a whole nother thing. A lot of people ask about working out. The big thing is just sweat and friction. That's what I say. So, right, James?
Those are my 2 favorite words, man.
Cut it out, man. Sweat and friction.
Kind of like what those pigs were doing earlier. There's a lot of friction going on.
Ouch, sorry. Whew. Yeah, sorry. So no sweat, no friction.
Yeah.
And no loofahs. Yvonne, I think Josh did tell me.
Yes, family show, Kalani. I mean, James. Kalani said. He's right.
I didn't say anything.
So friction, a lot of times when you're working out or working, if you're doing construction or something and you have loose articles. So a lot of people think that loose articles is good. I'll get loose jeans, I'll get a loose shirt. But what happens is when you're walking, moving, running, whatever, it's just rubbing and constantly rubbing. It irritates it, and sometimes it'll get infected or things like that. That's not good. And then sweating, water isn't supposed to be on your skin, just soaking. So that's why you say no swimming, no sauna. And then if you jog or go running and your shirt's soaked, that's not good for the tattoo. I'd say at least 5 days. They say 2 weeks. 10 to 14 days, 2 weeks. But it all depends on the artist. It all depends how their work heals and all that. So just take care of it.
I've seen those things that they put on a couple of my old colleagues. They went and got tattoos, and they put those things that are almost like stickers. I don't know what they're called, but they leave those on for 7-8 days. I don't know what they spray on it, or I don't know.
There is a healing thing, and it is like a big sticker, and it's clear, and it's a big Band-Aid, and you just put it on, and it's like saran wrap, but it's really thick, and I mean it's sturdy.
It's safe. I mean, you could shower, you can get in the pool, you can.
It allows you to it allows it to breathe. You can your tattoo can breathe.
Oh,
I mean, it's good, but my client that used it said he wasn't going to use it no more because he broke out.
Oh,
He broke
okay.
out. So again, there's going to be certain things. There's a H2O ocean. I've had a couple clients come back saying that they had reactions, like they broke out. That's why when there's a lot of like different ointments and different things, I just say, man, if you just stick with Aquaphor and Lubriderm, like it works.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's easy. It's like proven, you know?
Right.
So that's it. That's it. Thanks for joining. If you guys have any questions or want to talk about any topics, then send us a message. You can comment, and we will see you next week, Tuesday. Thanks for joining us.